Hello, it's GotAUkulele back. This isn't a review, it's just something of a bit of a diversion between ukulele reviews, but it is about a ukulele. It's because this arrived today, and I bought this. This is a vintage ukulele made by the Maccaferri plastic company. It's their Maccaferri Islander, and it dates back to about 1949. Now, the reason why it's not a review, and I've said this before, is it's hard for me to review vintage instruments because the scoring that I use and the way I sum them up means that unless you bought exactly the same one I'm looking at, it would be meaningless, and they differ wildly on price, on condition, on quality. Anyway, this one goes back to 1949. It's something I've been on the lookout for a while, and it's probably one of the first plastic ukuleles, and it may look familiar to you because it's the one that Carla said they took inspiration from in the Waterman. A lot of people don't like the Waterman. A lot of people like these though. Now let's have a look why. As I say, have a look in the link below this because that'll tell you a little bit more about Maccaferri, but he was an Italian guy who came over to America in the late 30s and started making plastic instruments that were incredibly popular. It's rumoured about 9 million of these were sold. I mean, that's incredible, and he probably goes down as being one of the guys who fueled the ukulele boom at that period, because 9 million instruments is, wow. It's made from a material called styron, which is basically a plastic styrene, polystyrene, and that's different from the Waterman because the Waterman's made of ABS, which is also a styrene, but is more flexible, and that's why I think the Watermans have this problem with a lot of dipping in the top, whereas these are more brittle, and usually you find these used with cracks in them because they're brittle. This one's in great condition apart from a few scuffs, no cracks at all. So you've got that sort of rosewood coloured swirly reddy brown back, all in one piece with the neck, nice curve on the back, dropped onto that plastic top, slotted bridge made of the same material as the back and sides, the fingerboard same material as the back and sides also, with integral frets, and this is 70 years old, and those frets, silver paint on the frets is still there. My Waterman doesn't get a lot of play. The frets are wearing off after a year. Okay, we got position dots facing out, 3, 5, 7, 10 and 12, none on the side. That doesn't surprise me for a 70-year-old instrument. Really attractive headstock with the Islander logo. These varied quite a bit. But I think this is an original one of the late 40s, early 50s models. Original, I think, tuning pegs, friction pegs. Of course, on the Waterman you get geared pegs, which I don't like. These are great, bit of corrosion on the front, but it is 70 years old. It's lighter than the Waterman. It's really nicely balanced. Now then, that concern that people have with the Waterman is with that action, because it is ludicrously high and very difficult to take down. I actually reviewed this quite well because I still quite like it. I like the sound of it. Mine plays well, but a lot of people have had a problem with intonation. And this one's okay. The action on this one, 70 years old, this is also dipping a little bit on the top, not as much as the Waterman, but the action is supremely low, probably even a bit too low at the 12th, but I'm not going to adjust it because it plays really well and the intonation's good, so why mess with it? And the volume's really good. Sounds like a plastic ukulele. It sounds different to the Waterman. I think the Waterman sounds a bit warmer, but this sounds more like a soprano. My fault. Okay, I'm not quite in tune there, but it's got a really, really nice playable neck. It's also wider than the Waterman, but the Waterman is the one where you get tangled. You know what, I should probably have tuned that, but you get the idea. Everyone knows what a Waterman sounds like. That feels really heavy compared to this. That's bizarre. It's so playable. Anyway, Anyway, there we are. As I say, it's not a review, it's just I wanted to show it off, and it's a nice bit of ukulele history there. It is the Maccaferri Islander, all the way back, about 70 years old. I mean, that's pretty something else, isn't it, really? I do like things like this, and maybe I'll do some more vintage instruments if I get my hands on them. They won't be reviews, but they'll just be me tinkering around and talking praise about them because I like the ukulele. Maccaferri, important guy. The Islander. I'll see you soon. We're back to reviews in a couple of days' time.